Hello, Mother and Mama here. My name is Nina, and we're going to go over my Shop My Stash that I had picked out in March, I think. We're going to go through, talk about some of the products, and then pick new products. So, don't mind the eye look. I was testing out the ColourPop Little Mermaid palette, and created 2 eye looks with it. If you're interested in that, go check out that video. But let's jump in here. We're going to start with base products. Some of the stuff there's a few things that I didn't use. There's some things I just didn't get time to use. And then there's some things I'm going to keep in my thing to use up. I did have an empty though. I was excited about that. I don't even know if this was in the Shop My Stash, but this is the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil Original Translucent Powder, a little sample. I used that one up. And then the Chalons de Paris Cushion de Stella number 23. I did use this. I love this thing. It is great and it is really pretty. I like the cushion foundations. So I used that. That is not going to stay. I'm going to pick out a different one. And then I used the Luminous Airbrush Spray Full Coverage for Face and Body Transfer Resistant Spray-On Foundation. I use that. I'm wearing it right now. I really like this. It's really easy to apply. Just spray a little bit, blend it out, ready to go. And it works really good for if you're wearing it and you need to do like a patch up. Like today I had a blush that I tried and it did not go with this product very well. And I was able to just put this on and patch up where the blush had taken off foundation. So that is really nice and really awesome. This one I am thinking about pulling back out. And then also in the foundation range, I have the Urban Decay Base Bond in shade 2 Fair Neutral. And I use this as well. I really like this foundation, but sometimes when my skin is really dry, it does not work great for me, but usually it does. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do concealers because I'm holding one. So the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Dark Spots concealer I used. I love this concealer, but it is getting pretty low. So yeah. And then the Le Miniature de Beauté shade 1 concealer. I love this thing. I'm wearing this one right now. It is such a great little concealer. It warms up really fast. It blends in beautifully. I have no creasing, and usually I have a little bit of creasing on this eye because I have one like crease right here. That is really bad, and I always have to reblend that one out. But with this, I did not have to blend it out at all. It was very amazing. And then I pulled the Mirabella one, and I did not have to use this. I used this for lightening, so this one will definitely go back up and stay in, but I'm not really going to count it as a Shop My Stash product anymore, because in truth, I just keep it up there. As far as primers, I had 3. One of them, just Akia, asked me for a blurring pore filling primer, so I just gave that one to her. She is loving it. It's the Maybelline Fit Me, so she is loving that. I have left Cover FX gripping primer. I've used this one twice. It is really hard to tell, but there is 2 little lines there. I just put them really close together. This one is good. I like it, but I still prefer my e.l.f. Jelly Pop. I like the other e.l.f. grippy primers, but this is my favorite. I like this one the most, and I'm trying to finish this one off. Obviously, I like this one the most. I use it all the time. So this one is going to stay for sure. And this will just be like, I'm trying to finish it up type product. Powders. So I put the Bare Minerals Original Foundation in Fair 01, and I did use this, and I liked using it. It was good. And the only thing, I don't like these samples because they're really hard to get a brush in, so I have to have a different container to pat them into. So, but this one's going to stay because I want to use it up. The Le Miniature de Beauté in Refresh. It is a brightening eye powder. I've used this one several times this year. I'm just pretty much trying to finish up what is left because I I broke it up off the edges and repressed it, and there's not a lot left in there, so I'm trying to use that up. So that is going to stay as well. The Essence Flawless Skin Trio powder. I use this, but the colors show up too much on my skin. So I would like to mix this with other stuff, I think, to kind of dull down the color transfer, but still get some of the color correcting. But for now, it's going to come out. And then we'll go into base color products. I'm putting everything into a container. It's staying everything over here. So I have the ML Smile Contour Shade, Always Sunny, number 6. I use this one a lot. I really like this product. Works really good. This is in my way. So staying with products with that type of category. That should be it. I have the Luxe Unfiltered number 18 Illuminating Beauty Balm. Tropics. Might be the shade. Oh, it's a really pretty bronzer. I did use this one. It is a shimmery bronzer. And it is a big baby. And that's going to take a long time to use up. But I do actually really like this. It blends in really nicely. And then I also have the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. And I did use this one as well. And there's what she looks like. I really like this one. And I love the packaging. It's so pretty. Then highlighters that aren't in a palette. We have the Demissa Myricks Dew Wet Balm in Rose Water. And I use this one twice. I do not like putting this over powder products. And putting it under just kind of seems a little bit pointless if you're going to cover it up and dull the shine. But it is really pretty and it does dry down nicely. I just don't like the way it kind of goes over powder, if that makes any sense. But I did enjoy using it. And then I have the Iconic London Illuminator Original Little Sample. I did not get to using this, so this is going to stay so I can try to use it again. It's so small, I keep missing it in all my stuff. And then, oh, I have another highlighter. I have the Pure Cosmetics Velvet Vixen Moonlight Highlighter. I love this highlighter. I use this one the most. It is such a pretty highlighter. Like, it is just so pretty. I love that. For a non-colorful highlighter, this is probably my favorite. I adore that thing. I'm not going to put that in there. Blush, we have the Believe Beauty Color Me Cream Blush in Doll Face. I did use this. This is such a beautiful product. It's a shame that they have went out of business or closed or whatever. But this was really pretty. I enjoyed using it. The Lancome Blush Tint Juicy Blush in 90. It's like pretty purpley color. I did not use, so that is staying. The Rick and Morty Highlighter Trio. This is so pretty as well. I did use this. I actually used all of them, I think. Yeah, these are new stickers. So I used all of them. So that was really fun. I love using that palette. It is so pretty. And then the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism Blush Palette. I used this one at least 4 times. 3 or 4, something like that. I used this shade twice at least. And then I used a little bit of this mixed with this. And then I think I used one of these, but I'm not for sure which one. But I enjoy these palettes. His blush formula is really nice. I love it. And then from Phase Zero, this is a little build your own palette. And it has Gold Rush, Heartthrob, and one other shade that I don't know. I did not get to this one this month, so it is staying. And then lips. I think I used everything. I put eye products in here, but they weren't supposed to go in here. Oops. So those can go over here. So, let's see. The Fenty Beauty, I have the little football case. And this was shade Scholar Sister. I did use that shade. I have the Lancome lip oil in 33. I used that a couple of times because that is really nice. MAC Brick-Through Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Slim Stick. I used this a couple of times. I actually really like this color on me. The NYX Bat Oil Slick Click Stick Thingy in No Filter Needed. This is a glittery one. I really like these, and I did use this. I did use everything in here at least once. Then from Lunar Beauty, I had 2 other liquid lipsticks. I like using this shade to kind of tame down other shades, and then this shade is just pretty. So we have Abyss, which is this purpley shade, and then Perfection. And then from the lip bar, I have Curl Friend, and I did not care for how this felt on my lips. I think it felt a little bit sticky, like it didn't want to dry down. And gloss, we have a Wet n Wild color icon. I think this is like Libra. It is a really pretty color. I liked that. And then the Illuminati one. This one is so pretty. It doesn't have a shade or anything. It's just the sparkly, greeny, clary, bluey one. I don't know. And then lip liners. I have Lunar Beauty Doodle. And I used that. And I'm going to keep that. That is what I keep up there because I have 2. And then the Melt Edward Scissorhands lip liner in I'm Not Complete. I used that one multiple times. I really love this lip liner. Alright, so on to eyes. We have 2 mascaras here. I did not actually use either one of these because I kept doing my mascara downstairs while these were upstairs. So I have the Clarins, Wonder Volume Mascara in XXL. I really like this mascara though, but that one's going to stay. And the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal, because I'm black mascara, that's going to stay in. And then for brows, I did use these. This is Petite and Pretty Featherlight Brow Tint Pen. I really like this one. And the iconic London Tint and Texture Brow Perfecting Gel. I really like this one too. I'm going to put those up there. And then the Laura Geller Line Smoother Targeted Fine Line Filler. I used this one multiple times. I'm just going to put this up there as like an always product instead of a Shop My Stash, but it's going back up. Eyeliners I also did not use. I have Wonder Skin Kalamata, Live to Rome by She Glam, and a black one. Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome Electric Prism. And the Bethlehem Laser Liner. This is like a purple multi-chrome. I'm going to put these 2 back up there. And these back down here because I wanted to use this one so bad. Actually, I'm going to put the Bethlehem one up there. I'm going to keep the Chameleon one down here. Because this is like one of my favorite liners. And I really miss having it downstairs. And eyeshadow sticks. I have the KBD Dazzle Stick in Force Field. I did not get to using this one, so it is going to stay. The Edward Scissorhands It's Cold Outside, the white one. I did use this one, so it is going to go back. Then in She Loves Polar Night Meteor Liquid Eyeshadow. I don't remember. Oh, I did use this one, so this one will go back down here. I love that one. It's so pretty. The LA Girl Dream Glitter Iridescent Liquid Eyeshadow in Aura. I did not use this one, so it is going to go back up there. ColourPop Ladybird Super Shock Shadow. I did use this one. The sticker, oh, there it is. It's on the side. Really pretty. That's going to go back, so. The Inslee Rain Moondust Duochrome. It was a free gift. I used this one. I really love this. It's so pretty. That's going to come back down here. Bethlehem eyeshadows. I have Prism Hue and Green Morpho. I used this one. I did not use this one. So this one's going to stay up there. And this one's going to come back down. And then Carrot Killer by Notoriously Morbid. I did not use that. So it's going to stay. And then lastly, we have the 4 palettes I pulled. I used all of these. The Busy Art. I don't know. It just says Petite Pro Choice. Troy, I don't know how to pronounce it, but this one, I did use it. I do not get the hype of these palettes. This is the only one I've tried, though. I wasn't a fan. The Copacetic Cosmetics and M. Jones 5018, the companion palette. I used one a couple of times. It is such a pretty palette, but it is not... It doesn't hold up compared to some of my other palettes, is the problem. My other Shifty shades are just so much better quality. Lethal Cosmetics. I don't know which one this was. This one is, because they don't put a name on it. It says like a wildflower grow in unexpected places, if that tells you anything. This palette is so pretty. So like this, well, these two shades I don't really care too much about, but I used this a couple of times and I absolutely love it. The mattes were amazing. The shimmers were stunning. Sorry, I've been like really sick, and just starting to feel better, but my throat is still bothering me. But this palette was amazing. I really loved using that one. And then lastly, we have the Nomad Ghost Town USA palette, and I still absolutely adore this palette. It is gorgeous and beautiful. I used this one a couple of times. I think this one and the Lethal I used like 3 or more times. Stunning. I love the mattes. I love the shimmers. Everything looks amazing. Absolutely gorgeous palette. Alright. So for this month, or for this, it means we're already like close to the end of the month. We're probably going to do like a month and a half, 2 months type situation. I'm going to definitely pick out more palettes. So we're going to jump into that now. Alright, so for primers, let's see what we got here. Let's do this one. I think it's pretty low. Yeah, it's really low. So we're going to do that one. I already have my gripping one and my e.l.f. So don't worry about those. For concealer, let's do... We'll do Lancome, and we're going to go ahead and pull this one back out. Powders. Let's see here. I think I will pull Glam Light because I really like that one. And then we're going to go and pull Too Faced because I've used quite a bit of it. So we're going to go ahead and pull that one. And foundations. So I did say I wanted another cushion. So let's do this one. K Bella. We'll use that one. This is a really nice foundation. And let's do this Too Faced one. Soft Matte Oil Control. And, I think that might be good for now. Yeah, we'll pull another spray. This is just an off-brand one. We'll pull that one. These palettes here, we're going to pull the Resurgence highlighter palette and the Iconic London because it has bronzer and blush. And then highlight. Let's see, what do we want here? So we have one liquid. Let's do a cream. We'll do this Nude Stick 1 and powder. Let's do I really don't know which one to do. Let's pull Actually, I think I might want some more colorful highlighters than that. Sigma here. Hedwig, Dobby. We'll pull Hedwig. And Too Faced Pinker Times Ahead. That'll be good there. Blush, we do not need to pull any cream blush, but I would like some powder blush to use. So let's pull this M Cosmetics Venetian Rose and tinted, not that one. And we'll pull this one, which is Mojave Mirage. And then bronzers, let's do let's pull this Give one because it has 2 shades in it. And I'm going to pull a Laura Geller stick in Italian Marble Espresso Martini. Yeah, we don't need to pull anything here. Yep. Alright, for the lips, on the liquid lipsticks, there's some lip oils in here. I'm going to pull this Lancome lip oil. And this Jaclyn Hill one. I need to see if I like that color or not. And we'll pull this Appeal one in Muse. And Lunar Beauty Pink Pearl. And then for some glosses, let's do I'm gonna pull this holographic topper. I love this thing by LA Girl. And this Pat McGrath in Love Potion. And we'll pull this She Glam Rick and Morty in Summer. And then bullet lipsticks. Let's just grab randomly. So I'm going to grab a Lancome, a Laura Geller, and where's the context? In context, so we have these ones. Let's see, the Lancome is 320 Hush Hush Intimate, and it is a pinky color. That'll be pretty. Laura Geller is Brilliant in Blush. It is also a pinky color with a gold dusting on the outside. And then Context is Running Free. And it is also a pinky color. Alright, and that's... Alright, so I decided to grab this Urban Decay Back Talk. It's a matte. It's just a little mini one. And then lip liners. Let's pull this Glam Light one. The Rivendell is a purpley color, I think. And we'll pull this ABH one in Dusty Rose. And then over here, we are going to pull Nude Sticks Pixie Lip and Cheek Crayon. And let's also do I'm going to pull out a couple that I just want to see if I actually like. So we're going to pull this House Labs in Peach Matte. And let's pull this ColourPop Lippy Sticks in Aftershock. And lastly, we'll pull the Laura Geller Kajong Longwear Lip Color in Dahlia. And so for brows, I went ahead and pulled out. I'm going to force myself to try these. These are the ABH Brow Pomades, a medium brown and soft brown. I'm going to see which color works best for me and really try to use those. Then I have this Ophir Brow Tonic Serum Brown Liner. I'm going to use that one. Alright, so eye products. So far, we have some crayons here. I pulled out the About Face Pearly Baroque, the pink. And then I pulled out 3 from Juliet. We have Charcoal Matte, Pearl Shimmer, and Orchid Shimmer. And then Bobbi Brown, I have Mica and a cream shot stick. So I'm going to pull out those 5. Liners, I have Beauty Chameleon Eyeshadow and Eyeliner Pen, Charmacy Milano CMC Neo Glow Liner. This one's liquid. And then Nova Eyeliner Glue Pen. I don't know. This is a shifty, creamy color, so we're going to try that. And then the liquids, I pulled out Natasha Denona Disco, a little silver one. Avriel in 04. Lucky Chick in Rose Quartz. This one is getting pretty gone, so we're going to try to use it. And then I pulled out my 2 RMS highlights. I have Moon Dust and Aura. We're going to use those. Alright, and then from ColourPop, I have 2 of their Super Shocks. I have Mint For You and Up Late. And then we have Shodi 01. This is really pretty, like rainbowy colored. And this just says multi-chrome. Delancey number 22. This is so pretty. And then from Shodi again, we have 03. Alright, so palettes, I pretty much pulled a whole drawer and then added a couple. So we have the Pat McGrath, I don't know, Divine Rose, Eternal Rose. It's very, very pink. I'll play with this. Too Faced Popcorn Balls. So I have a neutrally option here. And it still smells delicious. And then Clarity Stained Glass. Such a pretty palette. Wicked Widow. Graveyard Smash. Clarity again with Cobra. Rasha B Cosmetics with Candy. And then Glamlight Scooby-Doo Retro Raggy. And Creeps and Crawls. And then the Hershey's Cookies and Cream. So that is everything I'm going to try to use and come back with, I don't know, updates, tell you what I thought.